Alright, here you have an Eagle T550RL. Please keep in mind this is up in our showroom. This particular machine is currently missing the guarding that comes on each side of the vertical uprights. You can also discard this stainless piece here. This was something that we did for an alternative project. Yours will not have that on there. When this machine arrives on site, it more or less will be plug and play. The only thing you're going to have to do is to lift the machine up in the air. I believe on this one, there should be blue stickers on yours. I think right about here and here, that will show you where you can stick forks from a forklift underneath to pick it up in the air. You're going to take the casters. There's two free rolling and two that lock. You're going to thread those into the bottom of the legs. Those legs are then height adjustable. You'll find a red tool bag as part of the things that come with the machine. It's going to have an Allen wrench set in there that will have the proper sized Allen wrench for you to adjust that leg height to the desired height. Once the casters are installed, you can then roll the machine to where it needs to go. You're going to hook up your air line. So we'll include a little adapter that should work with most female air hoses. All the pressure on the regulator, etc., should all be preset as we pre-test everything in-house. You're going to grab the power cord, standard 110 outlet. Do not use a GFCI. Again, just standard 110 volt outlet. Extension cord, it's perfectly fine. They're pretty versatile in what they're able to run. Something to note on the air supply, you want to make sure that the air compressor has enough volume, not just air pressure. So I suggest 6 to 8 CFM at 80 PSI, because volume is more important than the air pressure, because you need it to be consistent as the machine runs. Once the machine is plugged into the wall, you're going to come down to the control panel. Now, please excuse me because I am taking this video myself. You're going to see basic on-off switch here. So flip it to on. You'll actually see on there. The white power LED is illuminated. You're going to come up here to your emergency stop. Try twisting it counterclockwise just to make sure that it is not set. So just to kind of show you how the emergency stop works. Push that down. The machine will not start until you come up to the emergency stop. I'm sorry, I said counterclockwise. It's clockwise. Follow the arrows. Clockwise. And that will basically reset the emergency stop. You can come down here to the green start button. That is going to start your belts. At any point that you need to stop the belts, you can either hit the stop button or hit the emergency stop. Obviously, the preferred method, as if there is no emergency, is to simply just hit the red stop button. Again, clockwise, quarter turn to reset that. Green button that allows your belts to go. So you'll take your carton, and I can't do this by myself, so I'm again holding my phone, but you'll take your carton with both the top and bottom flaps completely closed. Whether you'll have a conveyor or some sort of table that feeds up to the in-feed roller conveyor, carton will come across. It's going to make contact with, zoom out here, with this switch. Once this is hit, you'll see the sidebars come in. Now, that pressure is already adjusted on that, so right now they came all the way in, but if your carton was a foot wide, they would have stopped once your carton made contact with them. At that point, you'll slide the carton forward to the point where you hit the red switch here on the face of the upper tape head assembly. That's going to raise this up. Once it reaches the top of the carton, as you're pushing it forward, it's going to hold pressure on the top of the carton and run it through. It's really that simple. So again, feed it forward, hits the lower switch till it makes contact with both sides. Advance the carton forward with light pressure hitting the red switch here on the face. Once it's high enough for the carton to clear and go underneath that upper tape head assembly, simply push it forward and the carton sealer will do the rest. Now by default, and I don't remember without looking at your order, by default these typically come set up for 2-inch tape. This tape head is adjustable for 2 or 3-inch tape simply by loosening the nut in here, taking this threaded collar and moving it in or out to center your tape within the cavity of the tape head itself. So your machine's going to show up with just a little stub roll, a little hand roll like this. You're going to want to use your machine roll. Taking the tape heads in and out. For the top one, it's pretty straightforward. Again, it's going to be a little hard for me to do because I'm holding everything, holding the phone here. But basically, there's this pin here. So if you pull this pin out and lift right here up and towards the back of the machine, that's going to remove your top tape head. Very simple. A trick to remove the bottom tape head, because obviously right now this upper tape head assembly is very close to the belts with air pressure attached. Go ahead and lift this up. Now I do need to kind of hold the phone kind of goofy here. Bear with me. All right. See this lever right here? Go ahead and pull that. There's actually a secondary one over here. Lock these in the forward position, and that will hold the upper tape head assembly up and out of the way so you can reach in, grab that lower tape head, pull it out, and put your different roll of tape on the tape head. When you are done, simply release those just as you lock them, and it's going to lower that back down for you. What's also nice about those adjustment tabs, or those locking tabs that I just showed you, say every single carton you have is the same height. You can actually, as the carton is running through the machine, I wish I had a visual to show you, as it's running through and the carton gets midway through, you can actually hit the emergency stop. That's going to halt operation of the carton moving forward. Come in, lock both of those on each side, and then now your up and down movement is completely fixed. That way you're not having to wait for the machine to go up and down if you're running the same height carton through continuously. Outside of that, there's really not a whole lot else to talk about. Again, the machine should be practically plug and play. If there are questions whatsoever, you can give either Jared or Greg a call here at our main number, which is 330-253-5800. Thank you.